Georgia grandmother called 911 to ask for help for her unruly grandkids, but instead she ended up having those kids' parents arrested after authorities said the trailer that the three children stayed in was in deplorable conditions, but the parents hoarded both food and air conditioner. This story is so jacked up. Initially, deputies learned about the living conditions of a home because a woman, the grandmother, called them out to talk to her 10-year-old grandson who was acting unruly and riding his bike on a highway. They found three unaccompanied minors who told the authorities they were indeed alone, and the kids explained that their grandmother lived next door and she had already gone home. So the deputies went next door to talk to the grandmother, and when they spoke to her, she told them that the kids' parents were mostly absent and she was tired of taking care of all these kids. She then said that the kids' parents were not taking care of the children. The parents were 61-year-old Steve Bailey and 40-year-old Jessica Bailey. Both are pictured here to the right of the photo. The parents told police that the only reason that the parents were home then at that time was because the law enforcement were there. She further told authorities that the trailer that they lived in was so hot that the children would literally sleep on the kitchen floor because it was cooler. That's horrible. It was said while the deputies were on the phone with the Department of Family and Child Services that Jessica, the mom, arrived home and began to shout at the kids, "Do you want to go back to foster care?" She then told them to go pick up the trash that was said to be in the front yard. It was said that it wasn't until the deputy started talking to Jessica that she finally started to clean up around the house. It looked like the house had not been cleaned in forever. That included throwing out a ton of trash and molded food. Furthermore, authorities said it was so hot in that trailer that it was almost comparable to being inside a vehicle on a hot summer day. They said there was absolutely no airflow. It was also said by deputies that the smell of animal urine and feces was so strong that they could barely breathe. Authorities also noticed that the fridge and freezer had heavy-duty locks on them. That was in order to keep the children away from the food. Jessica said it was because the kids went through the food too quickly and she put the locks on there to make it last longer. She says she only got $1,350 a month in food stamps. But it was said that Jessica and Steve's room was kept much colder and they had a fully stocked mini fridge. Reportedly, their room was set to 54 degrees. Unreal. Both Steve and Jessica were arrested and charged with 3 counts each of first-degree cruelty to children, deprivation of unnecessary sustenance, and 3 counts each of second-degree cruelty to children and criminal negligence. They have both since bonded out of the Carroll County Jail. I surely hope they get help. Those children deserve much better.